Hi Sagittarius, kia ora koutou katoa. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me to watch your reads, and we'll see what comes up for this forecast for this month of January, or the rest of this month of January 2022. So we're coming into, I'm just going to do, just hang on a minute. Let's see. So we're going to do a flow of mind, body, spirit, soul. Flow there, but I'm going to work with the archangel cards here. They've come through. They're wanting to share some, impart some wisdom and guidance there with you, for you. So excuse me, there's something maybe not sitting right with you at the moment. Okay, that's not cool, but that is cool because it's like, things are shifting as well. So I'm just going to give the zhuzh up the energy with these cards and give them a little bit of a shuffle. They have been shuffled previously, but it's kind of shifting the energy again and bringing the energy to you, Sagittarius. So I had a slight memory lapse there as to where I was up to. So Sagittarius, anyway. So just a reminder as I'm shuffling these that we, my guides, there's a lot of light being energy that are here. We bring, the messages that we bring with love, light, and love and light. I'm just going to turn that around the right way, so I don't mix it all up. Love and light energy. Now that didn't kind of work, so there's something not going right there. Love and light energy, but also I don't know why I'm saying that. So I may have some, there may be some new people here that are that have jumped on here and for the first time watching my videos anyway. So there's something about shuffling around as well. Okay, not sure where they're going with that. But anyway, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I encourage you to do that now, during, or after the video. And of course, that's only if this resonates with you, okay? So if it doesn't, if you don't like the way I work, then that's cool too. So there could be that sort of thing that's going on with you in your life. Because I don't often, speak like that or talk like that. Generally, with what comes up out of the blue for me will be generally what they'll be working with. Okay, so now we're ready to go. So there could be something about you needing to do something or do a process of something that's going on around you in order to figure out when the timing is right. I feel like this is also about like lining your ducks up in a row, tidying up some bits and pieces and tying up some loose ends, which is kind of a really good thing to do as we're moving through January in order to for the rest of our year to flow in how we would more like it to flow rather than more than not like it to flow. Okay, so it's kind of like having a little bit of a plan in a way, a little bit of guidance just to keep you on track with some possible disruptions during this year, during this month, during next month. I don't know, whatever it is, not necessarily with what is going on in the world, but other things that may come up as well. So anyway, we're going to go into the archangel cards here, see what comes out. Yeah, so the energy, okay, we're going to do this read. So you'll probably notice the way that drawing the cards out is slightly different to how I normally do that, and nothing like a change, eh? So there is something coming in, but this flow seems to be still here, like with the mind, body, spirit, and soul energy. So the focus is on the, I'm going to take that one. Okay, there's one more in the middle here, in the middle here as well. Just want to see what pops out first. That's it. Awesome. And you know what? It came right from the middle. Cool. So those cards are there. So the first one is Gifts from God. Archangel Sandalphon is here, and he talks about, we angels bring you gifts from your Creator. Okay. Just noticing these cards coming out in reverse. The three reads that I've done today, and yours being one of them, where a majority of the cards have come out reverse, and even though I have, shuffled them and I looked at them, they're still in reverse. And turned everything not so much around the right way, but they're still in reverse. And it's like I'm not going to change it because there's a message in that. So I feel like there could be even something like that that's going on for you, that you're trying to change something or make something happen when it's not meant to happen, most likely or possibly. Okay. So anyway, we've got there's one here, justice will be served in there, the balancing of the scales. There we go, and this one here, I'm going to take that one as well. So, and then we have gifts from God, and we have the hanging man who was in reverse. So, are you resisting seeing things from another perspective? Because generally, this card talks about seeing things, or the need to see things from another perspective. So there could be something, you know, that you maybe disregarding as a gift, or as a something that you probably maybe not wanting to know or acknowledge. And that, so there's something, or you know, just don't understand it. For some of you, is getting all the information there. It's like, why? But I feel like shifting your perspective is definitely something that's going on here, and I've turned it around so something does shift for you, because otherwise you're going to be, so he's hanging by a chain, but he's hanging upside down. So it's like, you can, you know, you have, there's not, he's not like hanging there as in like tied there as per se. It's like he can get he can get himself out. He can, you know, shift things around. He can move in, you know, if he wants to, basically. And there's like, there is money coming out of this pockets there, or it's a change that's coming out there. So I feel like with something may have like tipped you upside down, and like to help you like to get into that space, which has helped you get in that space of like disbelief, or not willing to, wanting to see something another way because you're so stuck in a mindset or something like that. But this one here, but in reverse, it's like maybe you're resisting taking a look at that, even though this, you know, Up the Right Way talks about, you know, not looking at it, or not necessarily not, but looking at it from another perspective. So there's something there with the Ten of Wands here, which is in, you know, which has shown up, come in the right way up, which talks about, you know, something coming, bringing something to an end, or, you know, by shifting that or looking at things from a different view, can help you to understand what this here is about. Like, there's something about carrying burdens, and some of them are, you know, it's at the end of the day, we are the one that's carrying it. So we've taken the option of carrying it, sometimes subconsciously, other times knowingly, because we've like maybe feeling dutiful, or you know, in doing something like that, or feeling obligated to do that. But it's like, and sometimes, like, you know, we don't really mean to like carry other people's stuff, problems and stuff like that. But and that can be like a limiting belief patterns, a system or pattern there, or a cycle that they're talking about here, and releasing that. So I kind of feel like with this one here, that, you know, it's a saying that you're going, you've maybe figured something out, and you're releasing that. So you've understood, like, actually, I'm going to release that. It's not mine. Moon cycles is the next card, because it's interesting. You've got the moon in here as well. So the moon cycles here is Archangel Haniel. Notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations, and capitalize upon these cycles, which is exactly what I was going to say here. Okay, with this moon card here that's come with the tarot. So there's obviously some, you know, this is a big highlight for you to take notice of, Sagittarius, because sometimes we can get caught up in stuff like over here, we're caught up in everybody else's stuff, or stuff that, you know, we've put aside for ourselves, and we're not got, you know, not taken or prioritized ourselves in there, or at least not necessarily prioritized, but yes, for some of you, definitely, but not made sure that we haven't, we've got, you know, you haven't made sure that you've got, you know, taken time out for yourself. So here's the Page of Pentacles along there, because I feel like there's an idea, or there's something that you're wanting to fulfill for yourself with this Page of Pentacles turning up, that you maybe keep starting to go towards, but then you get to a certain point, then you stop. You know, it's like, dang. And, you know, the cycle here is like, well, you missed the boat because you've taken too long on doing something else, or you've spent more energy than you probably, or maybe possibly needed to, which has kind of held you back. So this has kind of got you swinging in this resistance of looking things from another point of view. There could be some influence from somebody else actually as well, which is like the helping. I'm going to turn this around, because there's an abundance there once you start to turn things around and look at things from differently, because it's like, you know, it actually, with where you're going and shifting, okay, the perspective about, you know, and I feel like you may be feeling like you might be the timing might be not right, and that, but I feel like we can only use that excuse so many times, you know, and it's not And you probably have used that one like lots of times with this particular situation, not necessarily with everything, but there's something, and I don't normally say that, so it's like this is for you, you know, because I work intuitively, so psychically, as well as, you know, the mediumship comes through, but with these tarot readings and oracle card readings, so it's not specifically just, you know, from these cards that the messages will come through, but they're like a prompt. So I feel like Spirit is talking to you, whether you do this work or not, you know, but it's for your personal self. It's like your own intuition. It's like sometimes we're given promptings and we kind of can, you know, hold off a bit and maybe a little bit too long at times. But the moon here is showing you. So this is why they're talking about, you know, here with the moon cycles, is noticing how the moon affects your energy, and how in the times when we can capitalize on the manifestations or the things that we want to magnetize ourselves to and toward us, and so we can capitalize on those cycles, and, you know, so we can utilize that energy, because that's what it's there for. That's what astrology was there for, to help us to understand that side of things. So take notice of it. It could also, with these ebbs and lows and these highs and lows and flows, and that can also bring up stuff for us to take notice of what is coming up on an emotional level as well. So take notice of that too, because it's, you know, don't suppress it. It's coming up for a reason for us to, or you to look at, so you can release it, and so it won't bug the shit out of you, you know, continuously, or maybe not every month or anything, but it's like, or coming back and forth. But do not suppress it, because it's like, otherwise it's just, you know, you're not going to get the learning from it as much as you could. You might get a small learning, and, you know, that could be a kick up the backside, but hey, you know, if that's what it's, you know, what it takes. But then I feel like you're a little bit maybe past some of that, some for some of yous, or a lot of yous, but it's like moving, shifting into, and, you know, having that courage and that courage to take, you know, the lead for yourself, and utilizing this energy. The moon's energy is so powerful, so helpful, and, you know, so empowering as well. And, you know, for ourselves, when we begin to understand that and allow ourselves to release rather than hold on, and utilize the energies to make certain moves in our lives when the energy is higher, and when the energy is like a little bit flat, or it's a little bit low, and, you know, and it's, you know, we're needing to, like, and we're not fighting it, but moving along with the momentum of that energy, rather than fight it or drag it or resist it, you know, or try and run against it when it's like clearly not, you can't run, you know. So it's like, okay, I need to like slow down, listen to my body, listen, you know, take some time. Maybe it's you're doing something else like writing, or, you know, or planting, or, you know, or just, you know, reading, or, you know, or meditating, or spending time with doing other things in preparation, or just even total rest, you know, and just doing a binge watch of Netflix or whatever that is for you. Anyway, so there is something there, so you know what to do. Archangel Uriel is saying, trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. So there's something in there with you, with her. So justice will be served. So there's something balancing. The justice card comes. Something is balancing out. Maybe, you know, not necessarily with something that's in court or anything, but it's like, you know, what I'm hearing is like that karma sort of a thing. What you put out is what you get, and it's not just necessarily about karma. It's like, you know, like if, with thoughts and things like, but it's like when they talk about what you put out, it's like when you take action, you start to see things move as well. So that kind of is like where the balance is as well, and that justice you can see in that sense as well. It's like taking action, doing the research, or doing that, you know, you get the answers, or you get the knowledge that you need, or whatever it is, and to bring it together so you have more peace of mind. Other things is like, you know, like getting your button together and doing something, taking action in order to see the results that you need, or the outcome that you are needing, not necessarily forcing an outcome, not necessarily having a firm expectation of the outcome, but it's whatever that is, you know, for you, on saying that. So the Ace of Pentacles here, because this is in reverse, so at the moment it may not be in, you know, it may be in reverse, but as you're going along, should you choose to take this mission, basically, or your mission, but, you know, get moving, as in it will move in a specific way, whatever that movement is, and you know how the flow is taking you. The Ace of Pentacles here, it opens up, you know, an opportunity, or some information. Could be the opportunity as to where, you know, where you're needing to go, or just what, you know, some help and support. It could be, you know, the clue that you are waiting for, as in you're searching for, or that comes to you. Maybe you're not even searching for anything at all. It just depends on how this works for you. But even in your search, you might get where you think you're going. It may not be actually that until this drops in. And it's like, oh, I get that now. So it's like, and then something, you know, but then this idea or somebody else, you know, there's an opportunity that is presented to you for some of you, but others are a gift in some way, or an opportunity, but something of value, in the sense not necessarily of monetary value or financial value, but it could be in the end, but it's around family and health and well-being as well. So it could end up being around the financial side, or a career. It could be study or something. It could be some funding that comes through to help you, as well as this year. Crystal clear intentions, Archangel Michael. Be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. And this is kind of where this is all leading to, okay? So maybe with this one coming out last, is like, this is kind of where it's like doing our due diligence is in taking action, and, you know, with the clues and the prompts that we've been given, and understanding what that is about. Maybe needing research, you know, to do a bit of extra reading, could be for pleasure, or watching something, or could be having a discussion with somebody as well. So we have these other two cards here that are underneath that with this crystal clear intention. So the Ace of Swords and the World is in reverse here. They come out together, okay? So there's something, you know, being in your truth, being honest with yourself, but also with others, but clearly with yourself, because, like, you know, when we're in our truth, it kind of brings a sense of peace and calm, you know, around us. So, and victory is the other word that has come around. So there's a sense of victory there, but I feel like it's more about being like you've understood something, and not about yourself and how you rock and how you roll, your rhythms, your, you know, your cycles, and releasing, you know, and what is being recycled, or understanding that, not maybe recycling it all, or releasing that all, but it's like there's some of it, but also there's an understand. But this is about you being in truth. You know, be in your truth, because this is the world here. So there's something, it could literally be the world for you, like your understanding about something that's happening in the world, on a worldly basis. But I feel like this is more around your world, as like you have all the tools in there, because there's the Lion, there's the Taurian, there's the Pisces, there's the, you know, there's the air signs, and, you know, the water signs, as well as the earth signs as well, you know. So they're all in there, you know, there's a sign in there for all of the earthly elements. So, but it's like you grounding yourself, and you're the one that's in control, basically, of your world. See, in the middle there, in the center there, you're at the center of the world. And so it's like you being in your truth, and, you know, and that's what, and having a crystal clear intention will help with that guidance. Page of Wands. This is you. This is in reverse, but when I'm picking it up, it turns it into the right way up. So this is, you know, you got the 10 here. So this is like you go embarking on your own journey, and there's your stuff with the light. Follow the light, and do it, heading your way. Because these last two cards here is prosperity, and beloved one. So Archangel Ariel, your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. So yeah, there you go. Says it all. It winds up this really quite nicely, I think. And here we have beloved one, Archangel Chamuel. I am helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. So that could be on the cards as well. But it's like, you know, there's something, you know, that's something coming. So you've ended up with here like gifts from God, you know, that's come through. And also, you know, the Ace of Pentacles, just like taking notice of that again. So it's there. It's like just aligning yourself with it. So I'm just getting myself comfortable, because I feel myself sliding in the seat. So there could be something like, you know, like laying back or leaning back a little bit too much, and something sliding in your seat. Now it's now like time to pick yourself up. and get moving again. So I'm just going to like move. Okay, I'm just going to move into this one here. So yeah, the moon again, gosh, that's really, really strong. So I feel like, you know, this is really about energy, listening to your intuition as well, because the moon works with that. The Nine of Cups, there's something coming to the end of a cycle, especially, you know, with relationships and emotions around that, because she's pregnant there. So there's something about to shift, you know, there's the end of the cycle there. It's like you're understanding where you need to go, and that they've done the, you know, processing. You've processed enough knowledge in order to be carrying on with the next stage of whatever it is that you're doing, because she's about to give birth, being the 9. So it's something about, you know, happiness, understanding, being through the process and getting what you need to do, you know, and building on that. So for new growth, the growth that you needed to, and the knowledge that you've needed to know or get, attain, learn along the way. Ace of Pentacles, see, look, you've got that again as well. So there is a new opportunity or a gift that is there, you know, for you, should you choose to, you know, take it or go there. I love this one too. This one, I love them all, but see, look, she's walking toward it. Or there's something there that's been, that's, that's shining through, basically. Nice. Okay, we'll just see what happens here. There's another card coming out. There's one more card coming out. Just see what happens there. So there might be a little wait, but I don't see it being a long wait. Yep, the King of Swords. Yep, in his power, in his truth, knowing who he is, having firm but clear, you know, guidelines for himself, but, you know, not just for others, but in thoughts, and, you know, communicating clearly and concisely how he's feeling to himself, but also to others. On saying that, there's that communication thing, so communicating there, but it's also about making some decisions. What you communicate, it's like following through them with them, not, you know, going knee-jerk sort of a thing, you know, back and forth and saying what you say, you know, following through with what you say you're going to do is what I'm hearing, because he does that. He doesn't muck around. He's quite forthright, you know, and says what he needs to say, and he follows it through is what I'm hearing in the background there. But also, you know, there's that sense of determination. He's in his power and he's made a decision and he's going to do it. That sort of energy there. And he will do it. And there was some, but he's also talking about the energy is like being firm but fair on saying that with yourself and or others in that sense. But also there's that sense of, you know, with the decisions is, whatever you decide to do, it's like being, it's like for him, it's like it's in his truth, in the knowing that what it is coming from, because he's like where they're talking about like he can spot a liar when it like, and somebody who's untruthful a mile away, basically. That's what they're talking about there. So it's about you leading the way and doing the right thing for you, or the best thing, the correct thing. You know, with the right intentions, or the best intentions for the greater good of one and all. At the end of the day, that's where this message is coming through with that one. But you know that it's like crystal clear intentions, and that's where where they're going with that. So, and grounding yourself, keeping yourself grounded, because it's like this is you embarking on this journey, because you've figured out like, no, that is not mine. That is like, and I've carried that load. I'm not going to like chuck it back at that person or that thing or that whatever, because it's like taking responsibility for your part in it as well, and then releasing that and releasing the other side of that, or other sides of it as well. But it's like, okay, I get that. I'm not, and I'm looking at the deer in the background, because there's greater things out there rather than doing that. So this is about you going on your own journey, basically. But there, look, figured it out with the Page of Wands, and to wind that one up, okay, off on your journey. Because once you've done that, things are going to like go a lot smoother for you, in that sense. So this could be about a relationship, could be, you know, a love relationship, could be about, you know, whether relationships with a family member or members in that sense, a job, You know, something obviously to do with around you and how you're feeling about yourself, or feeling, you know, with a job, you know, with your studying, with whatever. It could be a journey that you're going on, a project that you're working with, a business, not necessarily with a business, but with something else, you know, with something in the community, something with someone else, whatever it is. But this is about you coming back to you at the end of the day, and you being honest and truthful to yourself, and, you know, and kind to yourself as well. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there with you for this month, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks for the February 2022 guidance that, you know, obviously will probably follow on from this. Okay, so that'll be interesting, and to see, you know, what sort of movement that is coming up for you for next month. Okay, then. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Leave me a comment as well, or a thumbs up. That would be cool too. Anyway, bye for now. See you then. See you next month.